Hey, this is Oli.
And this is Jordan.
Welcome to the Real Cut Podcast, where we give you our unfiltered take on life.
Well, hey, it's Monday again.
It's Monday again. Welcome,
Monday.
welcome.
Yeah,
How's your day going today?
that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a decent day. It's cloudy, but it's not like ice cold. So
Isn't that nice?
just kind of waiting for the summer.
Yeah, I love well,
Blah.
almost words.
Close.
I was trying to say I love weather like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
First, I thought you were going to say I love weather.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do. I mean, who doesn't
We
love
have
weather
it.
though? We do,
We
which is
need it.
nice. Yeah, we do. We've got all kinds of weather. In fact, I think the only thing we don't really get is a lot of snow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When thinking
Yeah.
about all the seasons per se,
Mm-hmm.
like not here in Salem at least. We get
Yeah,
ice.
not a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get ice
Mhm.
and sometimes just a little bit of snow, but we really only get like an actual snowfall every couple years.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to get like a white Christmas,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm
I
sure
don't- I
there's
can't remember that
right.
here.
No,
No.
I'm with you. I can't either.
Yeah.
The last time I remember a white Christmas, I was in Bend
Mm-hmm.
at my
Oh, that's
parents'
cool.
house.
Yeah.
And that
That's
was the last
awesome.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, we
But-
went on a bike ride
We
yesterday,
did.
getting back in the swing of things
Yes.
for the try.
Trying to add in our brick workouts,
Yeah.
and definitely forgot about the wind chill.
It was such cold wind.
It's so
it was
bad.
like going down my neck of my sweatshirt, and
Yeah.
I couldn't even. I began like freezing, like literally turning into an ice cube on the bike. I was like, no.
Yeah. No, it was so good. I mean,
It's
same.
different than running.
Right. Well, when we run, I guess there's not as much coasting, maybe, or because in the areas we're riding right now,
Well,
like
we're not going like as fast. And
Exactly.
our body's working harder, like the whole body.
Agreed.
So you like heat up.
yeah,
Like
a
you
lot
and I have
quicker.
ran in like snow and ice pretty much, as long as it's not
Absolutely.
slippery, and we are fine.
Yeah, we're
we
dead
don't
by
wear
the end of it.
coats. We literally just wear sweatshirts, and we're good. 'cause
Right.
we
And usually those are getting peeled off by the end because we're so hot,
I
like from running.
know,
Yeah. But so I thought it would be the same. I thought it would be, and
know.
it was not. It was
Well,
not.
we did.
My legs were so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we started training last year, it was around this time,
Roughly, yeah.
but I don't think it was that cold.
I feel like it was warmer.
It was
Yeah.
starting to get, and I mean,
I-
like literally, like Thursday's supposed to be 77.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're entering into that time where
Right. That warmer
it's
time
gonna
of
be kind
year.
of warm.
It's just so crazy. I mean, I remember us wearing gloves
Mhm.
during biking last year, and I remember it being a
Okay.
little cold,
Yeah.
but I don't remember it being as cold as I
Well,
don't know.
maybe
Yeah.
just- yeah, we weren't prepared.
That's what I think it really was. Yeah, because it was the worst. But then the run afterwards was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, warmed right back up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we took a nice stroll. Got a little bit of a bigger loop
Mhm.
than normal, which is good.
Yep.
And really ramping it up. These are the
Mhm.
times. It's funny. I have a lot of people. Do you have people in your life who are talking to you now about that, like asking you where you're
Yeah.
at and things like that?
Like with training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Now, so I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they do.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like become totally part of who I am.
A lot
Like-
of mine, they might ask, but they don't really realize how long of a race the Ironman is.
Yes.
So it's like I feel like I need to educate them on this, and then I just turn into the person that's like the vegan or the bodybuilder. where
Yeah,
they're
no,
like, I don't need to know.
Or the
this.
CrossFit guy.
Like, are you just
yeah.
bragging? Like, and I'm like, but I want you to know when you ask me how training's going, like, it's not like
You need to
we're
know.
running a couple miles. Like, this
Right.
is like full body, like hours and hours at a time.
Yes. Absolutely. Like we're putting in effort.
But it's like they don't probably
No.
care about all that.
Well, most people. So I saw a statistic the other day, and
Yeah.
I want to look it up. But the person who posted it is like, she's into fitness, like
Yeah.
not only into it, but like it's her career. Like
Yeah.
she is a personal trainer, has been so for a long time. She's won, like fitness, like what's the
Mhm.
bodybuilding, but like where it's just for looks side of
The
it, because there's different
bikini.
sides. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she did that. I forget
the
which
bikini's
division.
the one where it's not you're not like really bulked up.
Right.
I mean, you are.
Right,
but
you're
it's not
still, like,
the-
ripped.
it's not like the
but it is different. You know what I'm
that's the
talking
more
about.
slender one.
I think that's the one she did.
Mhm.
Either way,
Yeah.
the girl knows who she's talking about.
Oh,
My friend
yeah.
Trista, she's super
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
And
That's what Megan does. I mean, Megan does bikini.
Right.
She's like jacked.
yeah, she's phenomenal. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And she's jacked in a great way.
Yeah.
Like it's not like she's jacked or she looks like a man. Like she's jacked like she looks
Yeah.
like a strong woman.
Yeah.
I love it. And that's, she posted that 80% of people after they hit 30 will not train consistently for the rest at all.
After they hit what?
After they hit 30.
Oh, whoa!
80% of people.
I was like 40.
Isn't that crazy? You would think 40,
30,
right?
yeah.
30. It's so young to think.
And also, it's like it's more important to exercise when you're 30 or 40 because your
Absolutely.
body starts aging
Right.
and like literally not reproducing cells as fast.
Yeah.
Like you literally should focus on it.
You have to keep up with it even
It's
more.
like so backwards.
My wrestling coach, I love living, not that you shouldn't move around or try new things, right?
Yeah.
I'm falling off the chair here. I'm slipping off this shirt. It's so like
Oh,
sliding.
you're like
That's like in the video. If anybody watching the video, you guys listening, you're not going to see what happened. But in the video, I'm like sliding off my chair. But
tell me more.
right, exactly. I just look like some schmuck, but more than normal. But so my wrestling coach actually works out at the same gym that
Yeah.
I work out at, right? And I love working out there with him. But I had a point before I started slipping.
Oh,
We were-
aging.
Oh, he
30.
was talking about that, about how he has to keep.
Yeah.
He's at that age now, right, where he has to keep up on it.
Yeah.
And
How old is he?
like, oh man, I mean, I'm 41, so he's got to be at least 60, 70. You know what I mean? He's an
yeah,
older man.
Yeah.
And he used to get out there and wrestle with us on the mat when I was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Like he's that kind of guy. Like we go
Yeah.
run and he'd be the one leading us.
Yeah.
Like he was that kind of coach.
Whoa,
He's
yeah.
a hardcore. I love
Yeah.
Kerry Haddon. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And so like today, we're lifting, and he's an older man, so I help him with some of his weights here and there,
Right,
and bring
yeah.
him to him to help him out.
Yeah.
Happily, because he helped me form who I am and the way
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. Right.
But he talks about that all the time, about how if he takes a break, he realizes it and he sees it, and it hits so much quicker.
Yeah.
The atrophy and
Yeah.
everything like
That's
that.
so-
Yeah. So you're 100%. That's a long way to agree with you,
Yeah.
but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think as you get older, it's way more important to stay active. I think
Yeah.
a ball in motion stays in motion.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
that whole saying.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, which
That's
is so
cool that you
important.
can like help him now.
Yeah,
He
isn't
once
that?
helped you.
I love it. Like
Yeah.
it hits a part of my heart. Like I love when I show up and I see him. I'm like, Coach. I call him Coach still. I don't call him
That's
Kerry
cool.
or Mr.
Yeah.
Haddon. It's
Yeah.
like, Coach, how you doing? He's like,
Yeah.
hey, and he, and
Aw,
like,
once a coach, always your coach.
absolutely, absolutely. He I looked up to him a lot in a lot of different ways. Like,
Yeah.
and he really trained all of us to be hardworking men
Mm-hmm.
and I remember like he would give us. He wasn't just like. He was a coach, but he wasn't just like a dumb coach. Like I remember him talking to us about how grades were important and that he wasn't raising like, yeah, right. I mean, like he went into it. He was like,
He
I'm not
cared about you as people.
exactly. He really did. And he
Yeah.
reached out and it mattered. He was like watching our grades and
Yeah.
stuff like that. If we didn't, and he would talk about how he wasn't raising, what was it? I'm not raising jocks. I'm raising athletes. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
athletes get good grades and conquer
Right,
their
it's
sports.
Like the whole person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I loved that. He was really, I mean, I'm sure people could complain about him and say things that, they weren't happy with him.
Yeah.
But I had a great
But it's like to be a
experience.
coach, you have to be like straightforward. Sometimes hard
Absolutely.
on your kids and so.
Well, and I think that's the difference too. You're going to see like you and I have talked about this before because I think we are similar in this. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if maybe like you're just saying this now makes me think about it. Maybe I got it from my being an athlete and stuff like that. But I love that.
Yeah.
I love being called out.
Right.
In a productive, constructive way.
Yeah.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
if somebody has an honest reason or a logical of
Right.
something I can do
Yeah.
better or a way I can do better,
Yeah.
tell me.
Like in my I think of being called out as being like it is there's truth to it.
Right.
If there's not truth to it, that's just a blind accusation. So I kind of view
That's what
calling
yeah.
out in the way that you mean it.
Absolutely.
Like all the time.
Yeah, because that's what my coaches did, right? They would
Yeah.
say, "Hey, you're not doing good." Okay, but then it was also, "This is how you can do better.
Right.
This is how we want to help you
Yeah,
build."
yeah.
Right. So I love it when people do that. Like
Yeah.
even
'Cause
with
it
my
makes
haircuts.
you better.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Lyle and I actually had a conversation. So today, actually driving into school,
Yeah.
I thought he's been doing pretty good at his schoolwork, and his mom texted me and she was like, "Have you been checking his grades?" Honestly, I've not been.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been telling me he's been doing well.
Yeah.
We've been working on trust, so I've been giving him that rope,
Right.
right? And not
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like 3 classes. He's got D's and F's in,
Oh,
right?
man.
So, and his mom texted me and she was like, "Do you know about this?
Yeah.
I don't think he should, test for his permit again until he gets those raised up." And I was like, "Okay, well, that's fine." You know what I mean? But then I looked at him because I'm driving him to school. I was like, "Dude, why am I getting side blinded right now
Yeah.
about this, you know?
Blindsided.
Thank you.
Sight-blinded.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, thank you for gonna. I
Call you
totally,
out.
because I say them sometimes, even that when I say it, and I'm like, that's not right. Like,
But
what I can
that's
tell.
so close.
I'm like, it's so close.
It's close enough for people to know what you meant.
Did I think I texted you one the other day too? We were like, I said it to my client. We were laughing, and I was like, oh, I got to text, but we'll get
That's
off
so
track.
funny.
But so and he was like, okay, and I was like, I want you to know, like, I'm not angry right now that you're getting D's, F's, or anything like that. I'm not
Yeah.
happy about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what I mean. But that's not what I'm angry about right now.
Mhm.
I'm angry that you haven't told me.
Yeah.
And he's
Right.
like, well, this one class, it's really hard to understand his assignments. I go,
Mhm.
okay, that's an issue.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
But I can't help you
Yeah.
if you don't
Like,
tell me.
Yeah, like tell me right away and
Right.
like we'll come up with something.
Yeah, I was like, you can't come to me later after it's all done and be like, oh, sorry, it was too much for me.
Yeah.
I was like, if this was a job, you'd be fired.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Right.
was like, what?
Yeah,
And like, we
yeah.
talked about that. You
Right.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I was like, if you need help, it's fine.
Yeah.
But you need to come to your superiors. And not that I'm your
Mhm.
boss, but I kind of
Yeah.
am right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so if you're having trouble, I'm not saying I understand your assignments,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll find out somebody who does
Yeah.
and we'll get it figured out.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
or we'll talk to your
exactly.
teacher and figure it out,
Yeah,
right? Like we can. And he was
exactly.
like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right. I was like, so to be clear, like I'm frustrated because yesterday we sat around and watched
Yeah.
movies all day,
Right. Yeah.
and he's got assignments I need to get turned in.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I
And
mean?
it's like he didn't tell you. And if
Right.
he did, like you could have like, okay, let's like knock this out, and then the reward is watch the
Boom.
movie. Yeah.
And that's exactly what we
Yeah,
talked about.
yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't like. We'll have fun all day,
Like,
but we
doing the
work hard, play
things,
hard.
They do suck. Like we
They
have
suck.
to do them for our business.
100%. Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
You know, and if
Yeah.
you're not gonna do it, like the things I don't want to do, like I have an accountant, right? I hired him
Yeah.
out because
Yeah.
one, I'm bad at it.
Right.
I am. It just is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's okay.
And that's
I mean,
totally okay.
Your skill, you do stuff, a lot of stuff that he can't do.
Well, right, and that's
Why
that's
you-
how that's
yeah,
what's
yeah,
great
yeah.
about the
Mhm.
world is we all have
Exactly.
those sects.
Yeah.
So, but the thing I'm thankful about Lyle is that, and I think I've also so not to toot my own horn, but I've also been working how I've been communicating with him.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Because I wasn't doing my best form of communication with him, if I'm
Mhm.
being honest.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and so it's really been shining through. So like today, he texted me while I was working out, and he was like, "I just turned in 3 English
Yeah.
assignments."
Yay!
I was like, "My guy," you know what I mean? Like,
Good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So
See?
he steps up. While he makes, he's human. He makes faults. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anytime I love about my son is that when I call him out or when he gets
Yeah.
called out,
Yeah.
he is frustrated.
Right.
But that's because he cares, and then he steps up,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
And that's
Yeah.
normal for them to just, for anybody to maybe react and want to be like, oh, but then they think about it.
Right.
And then you can see that they have effort. And it's like, cool. Like,
Yeah. That's my thing.
it's
Because
sunk
I don't even
in.
care. Get frustrated as long as the effort, like you just
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's the key.
Yeah.
Make a change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we all goof up.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. Yesterday, with what you said about working on like your communication style.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is quality time with my kids. It's not my love language, so
Mhm.
it's easy for me to just, they know I love them.
Right.
Same with Mike. Like, he
Mhm.
knows that, But it's like with kids, like obviously they have their own love language too, but it's like
Right.
they need quality time with their parent. Like, duh.
Absolutely.
And then when I went to the political event, I probably told you this quote, but the keynote said, does your family get the best of you or the rest of you?
I love that quote.
Yeah. And
Yes.
so that got to me. I'm like, I need to prioritize them
Mhm.
more than the business that I'm typically prioritizing.
Right.
And it's easy because with running a business, I feel successful at it. It ends well every time.
Mhm.
With parenting, it's this constant struggle that you feel like a total failure
Yes.
no matter what you do. So
Yeah.
it's hard to.
And I'm laughing at you out of
want
like,
to-
I understand.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear. Yeah.
And so it's hard to just dive into that every day because you end up feeling like a failure anyways. Because it's hard, it's a struggle, and with 4 of them, each one is different and each has different communication style. They can't be parented the same, and that's just mentally exhausting, obviously.
Mhm.
And so, but because of that, it got me thinking, okay, reset here. So I found each of them, and I was like, do you want to play a game with me? And so we sat down and played board games, whereas normally I'm just too tired for that. So
Yeah.
I made time for it. I still was too tired for it. But it was
But you
really
still
good.
found
I'm
time,
like, cool, we
yeah.
got that quality
They'll remember
time.
that,
I
I'm
need to
sure.
do that. Yeah, I need to do it every week, some
Right.
quality time with each of them individually. So,
I,
because when they're all together, they just fight with each other.
right. Well, in the individual, so like, as somebody who came from a big family,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly about the individual times I got spent and
Right.
treated on,
Yeah.
and they meant the most to me.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
So I think that's a genius
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I think you're very smart,
Exactly.
and it will pay off. Like,
Yeah.
you're so right about parenting.
Yeah.
Like, that's such.
You're like, am I?
Oh my gosh. Well, I just think we
don't
all
think I'm
feel
doing
like that.
this right.
Yes.
But
How many
you
times?
are if you try and you love
Right.
them and everything. It's just there's no manual to it.
There really isn't. That's what I keep like reminding myself, like, because I think as a lot of us parents, we have moments where we're like, am I just messing him up more than I'm like helping? You know what I mean? Or,
Because it's like
you know.
we're all flawed individuals too.
Oh,
that
100%.
we're barely figuring out life, no matter our age.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm 37, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
like, oh my gosh, like
It's so true. Yeah, I mean, 41, I still talk to my Care Bear, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
what am I like? I think this
What
is the right
going
thing.
on?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
And
I
so,
know.
yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's
Yeah.
like the blind leading the blind.
Right.
Almost.
Yeah,
You know?
I know.
Yeah. Well, and the life just changes so much. I remember being
Yeah.
a young man and my dad telling me things. So there are things that will always be true,
Right.
that are just standards, like ways to treat people and how people like to be treated and so forth.
Yeah.
And then there's things that are like kind of going by the wayside, like cursive
Mhm.
and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
I
You know,
know.
which is fine. I mean, that's a whole other but like the point I guess I'm trying to get at is I remember looking at them and the standards they had and being like, oh, how silly.
Yeah.
And now I'm reaching a point of my age where I'm realizing we're those people.
Yeah.
And our kids are looking at us
We're
being like,
like,
why do you.
But there's something.
Why is
that's,
that
like,
important?
Lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird.
Exactly.
Like, do you ever feel like, I don't know, I guess it just makes me feel old. Like, I don't feel like decrepit
Right.
per se.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel old.
Yeah.
But, like, I do feel like, oh, man, I'm at that dad age. Like,
yeah, I know.
you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm a dad. I guess that's a dumb thing to say. But
I feel so weird about that too because I feel not old,
right.
but I'm like I'm literally 37 in like a month
Mm-hmm.
or two or something. I don't know.
Almost.
I pushed it away. And I have like 2 teenagers, soon to be 3, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, apparently I'm at that mom age.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm
Crazy.
saying. Yeah.
Like it's crazy that in 5 years we'll only have like 2 kids at home, and then in 6 years just 1.
Right.
Like that's crazy.
That is.
I mean, as long as they move out when they're 18, which
Right.
at
which,
least with Sophie, that's going to happen.
You
Like
think
she
so?
already has identified her college. She's gotten a lot of work done towards
she's
it.
the go-getter. That's right.
She
yeah.
like yesterday she was making cakes all day.
Yeah.
Like she can fully she literally, except for driving, fully operates at an adult level.
I believe it.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, so she's gonna move out when she's 18, hands down, guaranteed. You
I
couldn't
believe that.
pay me to think otherwise.
Right.
The other ones we don't know.
No, she's so smart. The last time I had like a full conversation with her was when she did my
Yeah.
bracelets.
Yeah.
And just talking with her about how I wanted it and getting it done.
Yeah.
Like she was so smart. Like and just how she was like, well,
Yeah.
do you want it a little bit more like this? And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
You know, like yeah, she was
That's
so
so
capable.
funny.
Yeah.
I know. And then Aspen and Porter are kind of the more they enjoy being kind of dependent, you know, and like not, yeah, they're just not independent kind of. They like it
Right.
that way, which
Yeah.
isn't necessarily good, but also
Right.
they're just the types that will probably not be anxious to leave the minute they turn 18.
No, yeah.
And then Anthony will be more like Sophie for
Yeah.
sure, I think. Yeah.
He's
pretty
adventurous.
independent. Yeah. He actually just made honor roll.
That's awesome.
And he admits this. He does not try very hard.
Yeah.
He'll say, it's good enough. I know it'll pass.
Mhm.
But he's he's in 6th grade. He's doing 8th grade math.
That's crazy.
So, like, he just, like, stuff like that. So it automatically, like, puts him in honor roll because
Right.
he's ahead of his peers. most
Yeah,
of them.
he's 2 years
He
ahead
has
of his.
one other 6th grader in that class. Yeah, I know. And he
That's
reads
awesome.
all day, every day. All my kids do. The younger 3 do, I guess I should say. And so, like, he just, yeah, it's weird.
I love that.
So he's like, wait, honor roll. And it's like, I have to encourage him a little more than the others because he's the one that's like, I don't need to try my best. But it's like
Yeah.
he still lands an honor roll. But it's like, I would rather have a kid with poor grades that tries than good grades that doesn't try.
Right.
And he's kind of in that category. So that's what I'm kind of trying to work on. Because, like, I don't care. It's cool that he's that smart. But it's like, if you're not trying your best and you're kind of, like, lackadaisical, then, like, literally somebody that works their butt off every day is going to run circles around him in the adult world.
100%.
Yeah.
Lyle and I talked just about the same thing the other day.
Yeah.
About how, why would you want the bare minimum of life?
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when you do things like that, you're doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And that's what you're accepting.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like life, there's so much more to it. If you go for it.
Right.
You know, like I wish I would have gone for it so much sooner when I was younger. Like
I know,
instead of
me
waiting till my
too.
30s when I had the
Yeah.
balls to do it, you know?
Right.
Like
I
if we're being
know,
honest.
me too.
You know, yeah. Like
But
so
that's why I'm like trying to like work a billion trillion times harder because I'm like, well, I got to make up for 20 years
for
here.
real.
So
Yeah. Well, that you're smart though. That is the case.
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
because we do. Like there's a hustle to be had. Like I don't want to.
better late than never.
I'll probably always work to a certain point my whole life because I want things to do.
Yeah, same.
You know, but I also don't want to have to work.
Yeah.
Does that make
Exactly.
sense? Like I'd rather
Yeah.
come in when I want.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like-
yeah, same here. Like to do what the parts that I love and are
Exactly.
passionate about. It's like right now we kind of have to like, you know.
You gotta do it
dirty
all.
work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to really put in the work. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
That
better
makes-
late than never, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, and it's good that you're instilling that. And I think that's understandable and a normal human thing for him to be doing. To go, well, I did it, and it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to
Right.
feel accomplished.
Yeah.
Because there's other kids who aren't even probably hitting that
Yeah.
area.
And in sports, he's a high achiever. So that's cool. So it exists
Right.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
And I mean, honestly, I hated school too. And there was a year where I
Yeah.
purposely failed classes so my mom would take me out of homeschooling. So I can't really talk.
I remember you telling me about that. That's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's doing better so far
That's
than
good.
I did.
Right.
But so it's like maybe he'll have other strengths, like the sports, like, you know,
Absolutely.
like these different things. And that's fine. It's just part of character building is you should try your best in something that you have committed to.
I fully agree.
And so,
Yeah.
sorry, dude, you're in school. Like, you need to do your best. And
Yeah.
if you don't want to go to college after that, I don't really care.
Right. I'm with you. If you don't want to
Contribute
go
to society and stay off of drugs. That's all I
have
give
a
crap
path.
about.
Yes, I agree with you. Because that's it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if they're just
Yep.
going to be, I don't think kids need to go to college. I don't think college is for everybody. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people who did not go to college and
Yeah.
are doing amazing with
Right.
their life.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You didn't go to college, right?
I didn't go to college,
Yeah.
barber school.
I
You didn't?
tried a few times and never graduated with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and you're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
The
killing the game.
closest I did was a 1-month culinary certification. So I got like certified, but that's
Right.
different than like an associate's degree or something.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
So
Yeah, or like a bachelor's or something like that.
yeah, I'd rather die.
Yeah, same.
I
oh my
hated
gosh,
that.
yeah, schoolwork, like
Yeah,
it makes me like
right.
anxious.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
panic attack thinking of it. Look how I'm like stumbling over my
like,
words just thinking about it right now.
horrible.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, I if I would have believed in myself, I maybe would have done some sort of like business school
There you go.
to where I could understand the concept of business. Because right
Yeah.
now I'm just like winging it, and
I get that.
thankfully I have people that have invested in me and
Mm-hmm.
are there for me if I need help.
Hmm.
So it's like I wouldn't go now because
Right.
I have learned what I would learn with a degree. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that would have been great if I believed in myself to do that 20 years ago. Like I can't even imagine what my life would look like now.
Oh, you'd have a whole different scope probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
probably
we
have a
probably wouldn't have.
private
I don't
jet.
know if we would have met then
No, we
because we
wouldn't have.
probably wouldn't have worked at K
I
Jewelers.
wouldn't have Soph and Anthony.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
everything would
have
be
met
so
you.
weird.
I wouldn't, obviously, I would have met Mike, but I probably wouldn't be married to Mike.
Yeah, everything
like,
would be different.
everything would be different. So it's like I can't have any regrets.
Right.
It's just
It's always weird
good
to think
for me
about
to
that.
think about with my kids, like just to make
Mhm.
sure I show them that I believe in them, and hopefully they'll believe in themselves, and then that's
Yeah.
it. That's what I didn't have, and that would have been cool. But
Right.
but no regrets.
Well, you
I don't
can't,
have very
right?
many regrets.
Yeah. I think you're smart to to be aware of that. Like,
Yeah.
as it is. That's always like people used to like when Jennifer and I and Lyle's mother and I broke up
Yeah.
and weren't together,
Mhm.
and we were because anybody who's ever been in a relationship, there's a moment where you're not very friendly or don't like each other very a lot,
Yeah.
right? We get along fine now. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not trying to make it sound bad, you
Right.
know, but
Yeah.
that moment where they're like, oh, do you wish you never met her? And it's like, well,
Uh-huh.
then I wouldn't have my son.
Uh-huh.
Like, why?
I
Yeah,
know.
like
I
I can't, you
know.
can't. And honestly, it's not even the worst chapter of my life
Right.
anyways, you know, like there's so many different, like, and even then, like, I don't know if I would, because like we're saying, like even the worst chapters of my life,
Mhm.
while no, I would never want to go through them again.
Right.
And they've taken a lot of healing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would take them out because like they did lead me to certain areas.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, which is so crazy to think about. Like, if we'd known that then, like,
right.
I don't know what we'd
Right.
feel like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying would even be bad people or would even be
Yeah.
bad situations. It's just, you
Mhm.
know, I mean, technically, if it could be worse, it could be better, right? Too.
Mhm.
But it's just, it's always weird to think about those things, the what ifs. I think what
I
ifs are
know.
fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to know if it would be helpful to know the future or not.
Ah, that's always
I
weird.
mean, it's just too much to conceptualize.
See, that's what I wonder.
Yeah.
Like too, like so, like people ask that, like, would you want to know when you die?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we've talked about
I think
this
we did.
before.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like the whole future of just,
I
I think it
know.
would. I don't know if it would make me too timid or the opposite.
Mhm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how much information do you get? Like, you die stepping off a sidewalk.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I'm never walking on a sidewalk again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
like how would you?
know.
Yeah. How
But
would
if
you
that's
look?
how you die, like you would have to go, like maybe you had to go on a sidewalk to save your son's life,
Right.
to go into a store
Yeah, you never
for
know,
his
right?
medicine,
Yeah.
and then you fell off and died. That would
Dun,
be really
dun,
sad because
dun.
then he'd die too.
He could. He could. Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
Like you're like
maybe
falling. You're like somebody.
maybe I jump on the sidewalk to jump in front of a bullet to save somebody.
Yeah. Well, it'd be helpful to know when you die, I guess.
Right.
Because then you could go on sidewalks.
Right.
It's like,
That would be
yeah.
the difference
Like
too.
if you
Then
can't
they're
change
like,
fate, then it would probably make your life like better.
well, can you change fate? That's the. I mean, would you try to?
Yeah, like would I know? Like would
You know?
Yeah, but it's like if you know for sure that that's how it is, and that's how it is.
I mean,
You know.
I have a hard time. This is
like how
me though.
credible is the person telling you? What
Well,
your fate
that's we're getting into the what if area, right? Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
is this like is it a
who's his
certified
manager?
thing? Who's their manager?
I want to talk to the manager.
I want to talk to the manager.
I have
Listen,
questions.
Karen, we want to know something. Yeah, I guess we'd be the Karens.
would be the
Yeah, in this situations,
Yeah.
the Karens and Kyles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Like I'm gonna get you fired.
that's right.
Yeah.
Not telling me the exact time, just that I step off a sidewalk.
Yeah. Or if fate can be changed. That's what I would
Ooh,
want.
that's what I want to know.
That's why I want to speak to the manager.
Yeah, what if they told
Like,
you
I
that
need
you're going to choke on
details.
banana bread?
Ooh, that would
But
be very hard to do.
they
That
got it
was a poor
wrong.
example.
That it wasn't banana bread, it was just bread.
Oh yeah.
And so then you never eat
Also
banana bread for the
impossible.
rest of your life,
I know.
but then you still end up choking and dying.
Yeah.
Does your family now sue the psychic for being wrong? And do
I
they have
feel like,
do they have a fault?
Can they go in court?
Right.
If,
We need to know the psychic laws
I know.
and where they stand with this.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
You know what I
for
mean?
Sure.
Because I want to know.
Yeah. I
Inquiring
wanna know who they are,
minds.
so we can go talk to them.
We should go get our palms read.
I
I've always
know.
wanted to do that.
I know. We've
Yeah.
talked about that on here too.
Yeah, we should
I
do it.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
should.
I think there's a place off Lancaster.
I've seen it.
Okay,
yeah.
you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is, but it's been there a while.
Yeah.
We can get our palms read. I have
I
gon on
know.
my hand.
Let me
Why do I have
see
glitter on
yours.
my hand?
Yeah. Yours is normal. So some people
Oh,
have
the gym.
some people have only a line straight across.
Only one line?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
then most people have two, just like you and I do.
Yeah.
And Mike, only one of his hands has the line straight across.
Just one?
And Sophie has one too. And they're not
Oh, that's so
related
crazy.
biologically.
Yeah.
I know, isn't that weird? One of his
That is
is
so
normal
weird.
and one is just the line straight across.
That's crazy.
I wonder what they say about people like that.
I want to know. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
next question. Like, what is that?
I know.
Because I know each line's supposed to have something, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to have like a love line and a
Mm-hmm.
lifeline or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, throw me a lifeline.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think
Yeah,
of
you
too.
just hit someone.
Yeah, I was just boom. That's
like,
exact.
box their ears.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I'll give you two.
Boom. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Like next
Yeah.
time, Lyle, I'm gonna. Oh man, I set him up so good yesterday. Like I love setting up with jokes. Like, so I'm gonna have to think of the
Oh.
lifeline and then like be like, okay, so that if you need a lifeline, just ask and I'll help you out. And be like, all
Yeah.
right, and I'll hit
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yesterday we were sitting there. He walked into the room, and I look at him. I go, "What is that on your face?" And he's like,
Oh
"What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what? Like, what were you eating? What do you have on your face?"
no.
I'm
Oh
like,
no.
and he's like, "What?" He's just confused. He's like, "Here," and I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
just what? Like, go look in the mirror. What is on your face?" And he walks into the bathroom, and he's like, "There's nothing on my face. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "That's just your face. That's what it's like."
Oh
And he's like, and he
no.
walked, which he looks just like me. So I'm
Yeah.
just burning myself, if
Yeah.
anything, right? You know,
Yeah.
like he knows I don't actually mean it. Like it's our
Right.
joke about, because like,
And then if he smiles, you can be like, "Oh, there's a smile on your face now."
yeah, no, he comes out, he came out smiling. He knows his dad. He just comes,
Yeah.
he's like, I can't believe you set me up like that. And he's just
Yeah.
like,
Oh
you
my
know, he's
gosh.
laughing because he's almost 17 now. Like we
Yeah.
joke like this all the time. Like
Yeah.
it's weird now. He's still a boy,
Yeah.
but he's becoming a man
Yeah.
or an adult, you know,
Yeah.
however to say it, right?
Uh-huh.
And he can, like, his jokes are good. Like while I burned him just like that
Yeah.
yesterday, he's like just as good.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to hit that part of our life now.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. Like he takes
That's a
it.
good one.
Yeah, it
I'll
was
do
so
that
good.
to one of my kids.
You'll have to do it, like, because they know
Yeah.
you're just joking. Like,
Right.
obviously, you love them and think they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, Lyle is the most handsome, beautiful person I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so and he knows it. Like, I
Yeah.
joke with him about being ugly, but that'd be like calling myself ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's so funny. I
know.
take
You
him
gotta
around.
poke some fun at your kids.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
It's good to have that relationship.
Yeah, keep them on their toes.
Yeah. Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about our time today.
Yeah, I've got a
Right.
continued education class to go to. I'm co-hosting
Absolutely.
it with Andrew, so I have to be on time because
Yeah, you can't be the
I'm
host and
one
be
of the
late.
hosts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you've been upgrading the equipment and the systems, and I know
Yes.
you have some big plans for more. So,
Absolutely.
loving the audio visual.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to keep getting an upgrade. We may
Heck
get some
yeah.
different angles, things like that going. You guys
Mhm.
are going to see, but it's always just going to keep getting better because that's what we do.
I know.
Constant upgrades.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, until next week, thank you for joining the Real Cut podcast, where we give you our unfiltered take on life.